Aloha and welcome. I'm Digital Micro. You're on the Digital Micro Trading Journal, day trading for ROI payout. No trade recommendations, though. It's just my trade journal. And we're going to talk about trade prep study for Monday, March 13th, 2023. So this is a weekend trade journal entry, and I'm going to go weekly, 24-hour, 60-minute, and 15-minute. Let's get to these charts. I haven't done a weekly chart in a long time, so I'm going to journal this chart. So let's just look at this week. This is a large candle. Focus on the body of the candle, not the wicks. And you can see here that this body hasn't been duplicated anywhere except when you get to January 28th, 2022. And the other thing I will note is every time we had a rebalance from these short-term or intermediate-term lows, each successive high has been a lower high from January 22 to February 2023. Each high has been a lower high. So here we are 5 weeks after the most recent high, and we have this big candle. If we take the body of the candle and we double it, you can see here, if I attach this to the lower body, we could easily go below the sell side liquidity level, which is a low bottom of where price has been the last year and a half, and that puts us at 1630. I'm not saying that's where we're going. I'm just saying that could be somewhere in 2023. Equilibrium above on this candle is 1845. So that's a 50% retracement of the distance we traveled for the full ride. So that's it for the weekly. I want to go to the 24-hour. February 24th, March 2nd, March 7th. What do they all have in common? Relatively equal lows. And then here we are Thursday. We have this big down candle. And on Friday, we start to form this big fair value gap. So this is a very big deal, this fair value gap, the largest of 2023 basically. And you can see how price on this candle closed below the 2023 RTH open. And I've got marked below T+2 Q4 close and T+2 Q3 end down here. So that's not that far away at all. Yeah, could we retrace back? Sure. We could go back, try to go into this fair value gap and then come back down again. Anything's possible, but I just want to know the levels going into Monday. Globex, this kind of lays it out. The middle of this wick, that's a level I'm watching, 1766, call it 1767. And then the March 10th, so whatever the RTH open is for Monday, we're going to see some kind of pretty major gap here because this was 1816 on the nose here. Next chart, let's go to 60 minutes. Okay, 60-minute chart. So you can see here how Thursday RTH closed and then Asia Globex opens Friday. And this is the non-farm payroll. So we hit a low with an 817 delta. And this is when Europe opens, and then Europe trends up, and then non-farm payrolls, boom, right to the bottom of the fair value gap. And that's the top of the day, basically, for Friday. And then here we've got this big candle on the black. That's the down candle. And that is all she wrote, basically. That just broke the whole structure down. And then here we are at the lunch hour. We have a retrace, tries to rebalance, and it does. It gets almost into the middle of this big candle. So we call that an intermediate high. This little red line here on these two bodies of candles. The idea here is, have we hit a low, or Monday do we extend down further? And 1800 is not that far away. or we climb up and then go down. It's hard to be bullish here. We'll have to see how Asia, Europe react Monday Globex, and then it's all about the first hour on RTH. One last chart on the 15-minute. We had last Thursday RTH on the 15-minute, straight down, waterfall down. Asia Globex Friday, non-farm payroll continues to down, and then Europe happens. We have a low in Asia of minus 286. We start to get up in Europe. Then we come back, retest that low zone. Delta is only a minus 9, and then we crank up to the non-farm payroll, and then it hits, and that was the high right there, right on that non-farm payroll. Still 30 minutes to go before we had the RTH open, and that forms our fair value gap on the 24-hour. And then we have this block of sell candles. So I took that block, I doubled it, and that gives me my sell side liquidity for Monday target below 1751.6. I think we could travel further. So that's a zone I'll watch. The second zone I'm going to watch is the halfway point on the 24-hour wick that comes in at 67. And the last one is the halfway midpoint on the 24-hour candle for Friday, and that's coming in at 95.2. So there you have it. I'll be watching for the RTH open gap because this 1816 was the open for Friday, so I expect it to be quite a bit lower on Monday, especially with all the news. Take care, and risk management number one, and keep your journal. Aloha.